When I first came here, and I first took the job just over a year ago, I have to be honest, I never for 1 second saw last place finish. I thought that progress would see more results, and I thought it would be much easier to show tangible progress than what I think most people can look at this year. Now, I spoke to the team yesterday as we, essentially broke up for the season, and I shared with them that when I came and when I took the job, I wanted to win a championship. And in fact, one of my first days on the job, Orrin was kind enough to sit with me, and I told him my real dream is to build a dynasty. And after just spending 1 year here and really getting to know the people of Chicago and the people who work in the club, it's no longer a wish or a want. I feel it's an obligation. Chicago Fire Soccer Club is a great organization in a great city. And too often, the team's performance doesn't allow that to come through. And I think that's unfair. There's so many talented and devoted people with whom I work on a daily basis. And there has been so much investment in this club that has paid off in other areas. Earlier this month, J.D. Powers named Chicago Fire the #1 fan experience in the city. And when you look at the sheer joy and positive hysteria that's going on with the Cubs, the Blackhawks' recent success, that's a major award. And it's a tribute to AK, our COO, to Mike Ernst, our senior VP, to Nicolette Troba, to Kevin Brewer, to all the people who implemented the programs that we set up a few years ago to improve the fan experience. And last week, Chicago Fire won the World Cup of Humanitarian Awards for sports organizations, when Beyond Sport named our club the sport team of the year, ahead of FC Barcelona, ahead of Arsenal Football Club, ahead of the San Francisco Giants, ahead of the Detroit Pistons. It's amazing. Our fans are amazing. I give them a lot of credit, not just for the constant support that they give, but we challenged them earlier this year to remain positive in the fan experience. And, I get an email of a fan named Josue Gomez who is working against other fans who still want to shout obscenities. And I think that all speaks to the power of the club. The results are dispiriting, but I want to be clear. That's all my responsibility. I assembled this team, and while I expected more and was frustrated at times, or a few more times, at the results, I also know that we're making progress against our plan. I know that we're in a better position on the team salary budget than we've been in the past. I know that we've assembled a group of very hungry players that are either entering their prime or in their prime. We have 2 first-round picks. We have 2 DP slots. We have allocation money. So we've set the stage. And what does this all mean? To me, it probably means 2 things. The first is that there will be change. There is, unfortunately, always change. Not even championship teams come back fully together. And I've often said that I thought we did a great job of assembling excellent character in that locker room, and I think those men proved it on the yearly basis. I want to thank all the players and the team staff for fulfilling our promise of always playing the full 90 minutes. And I think if you looked at Sunday's game, even there, just as we were entering the 90th minute of play, where Ricketts takes a shot well after the whistle, and the ball boys suddenly have amnesia about how the ball's supposed to come back into play. We've got Patrick McLean, who's on an injured knee, sprinting to get a ball and get it back into play. And, you know, Tim Bezbachenko, their general manager, sent me a text after the game, and he said, I know it's been a tough year, but boy, your guys sure don't make it easy. So I think that, unfortunately, while that was a good group of men that we assembled, it was not a winning group. And so that means that we have to look to make change, and the players who will not be invited back, we wish them well. We want them to succeed and be happy in their careers and in their life, and they'll always be a part of the Fire family. I think the second thing that we've set ourselves up for is opportunity, and with opportunity comes expectations. And I know already that the first expectation is January, and what will happen in January. And everyone's pointing to January. Well, I'll just repeat it again. For me, it's about getting it right, not getting it fast. It's about assembling a team that we believe can build and yield a championship program, one that's sustainable. So, you know, today is the first official day that we've begun work on 2017, although we laid groundwork and have been eyeing for this. I'm personally fueled by my desire to bring joy to our fans, to my colleagues, to our partners who've entrusted so much into the role that I hold. And we won't stop until we get there.